So I wanted to make the second part of the modern woman must die for the queens to live. The first part we covered a lot of stuff, and I kind of brought you face to face with your ego towards the end of the video. Yeah, today we're gonna also cut a few more pieces off, and hopefully you should start to see how the ego is tricking you out of your spot and out of your birthright. Yeah, so I think naturally because of the way your energy expresses, like, I think there's a bit of it's like almost sibling rivalry. Yeah, it's a bit of, I don't want to call it jealousy, but imagine that, you know, you were born as a pair, yeah, male and female. The male is stronger, he's faster, he's braver, he's bolder. It's almost like every attribute, he has the ER and you don't, yeah, in a way, yeah, because it's almost like on a primal level, it's almost as if your counterpart, the pair, the other side of you, has inherited all the kind of like traits that help them navigate the reality better and be more self-sufficient than you, and you kind of get the short end of the stick. This is a fact, okay? It's not even conscious, it's very subconscious, right? So naturally it kind of makes you want to compete in a way, yeah, to prove yourself, if you like. Yeah, there is no other reason why Eve went and spoke to the snake. Yeah, I mean, there was no real snake and stuff like that, but it was almost as if she started to navigate into parts of her mind where she wanted to usurp or kind of be more powerful or be as powerful as God. Yeah, that can be interpreted as be on par with the male. Yeah, it's are we gonna argue with this, or are we gonna, yeah, it's facts. So with that came, because that vulnerability, right, and that fear, and once you couple that with the harshness of life, maybe something happens to you, blah, 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 it births an ego. Yeah, I spoke about this in a video. I think I called it something to do with the birth of the ego, how trauma births the ego or some shit like that. If I find it, I'll pin it. But these things birth your ego, yeah, and your ego, trying to protect you, trying to keep you alive, then naturally, because it's animalistic, begins to externalize, yeah, sort of like it begins to weaponize you. Basically, it weaponizes you, so then you almost kind of then look powerful or appear powerful, yeah, or appear to have control or power. It all boils down to power anyway. But here's the thing, you have power, you just don't realize it. You think that you need to seek power, but your power is expressed differently. The male's power is direct, yours is indirect, because we're energy, yeah? So the ego convinces you, tricks you out of your spot, and then you start to do things like, you start to apply war paint to your face, yeah? War paint is camouflage, yeah? It's deception, it's a disguise, yeah? It makes you look like something that you are not, yeah? Because you have been tricked by your own ego that your natural face is not beautiful. Nobody did that. Your ego did that. Even if somebody told you that you're not beautiful, that's one opinion. Your ego allowed you to internalize it and create something, a mask, if you like, yeah? To cover up your natural beauty. And most of you are so dependent on that war paint, yeah? It's ego. Get rid of it. Not only that, the ego convinced you to, you know, aggressively advertise your sexuality in dress. Low cut tops, mini skirts, all these tight fitting clothes and shit like that. It's all ego. Because you are brandishing like your sexual kind of energy, you're putting it on show in order to kind of like get validation or attention. It's ego. It's actually kind of backward, really. It's dumb. Yeah, it's dumb. You need to stop all of that. It's stupid. Stupid behavior. Even the heels, yeah, it's like elevated status. You know, I'm just as tall, I'm just as majestic, I'm just as this. It's you're destroying your own body, bro. What benefit does it? What does it give you? There's no gain to your body. You know, your clothes, none of that. None of that shit. Then there's the manipulation, and there's the lying, the crying, the victim playing. All these things are stupid. You are misapplying your energy. Big time. All these things are ego. Deep, deep, deep ego. Because your power is not direct. Like I said, it's indirect. Yeah? Your power comes from your vulnerability, actually. As crazy as it sounds, it's true. Excuse me. As crazy as it sounds, it's true, bro. Your power comes from your vulnerability. You know? Because you can't come into the realm of direct power expression and ever win. You think you're winning, but you're not. You're actually losing pretty bad. If you look around you right now, women are down bad. You know, bad. Your vulnerability is your power. If you really think about it, you realize that instead of trying to like push and project power, you should embody your true nature. And then that's how you radiate power. Because it's almost like an unspoken signal. When men, in their natural whatever, we see a woman who is dressed appropriately, speaks properly, you know, carries herself with elegance. She's a woman's woman, right? Even if an animal, yeah, steps on that woman's toe, that animal has to contend with all the men around her. That woman doesn't have to lift a finger to fight any of her battles anymore. Do you realize that? Indirect power. Indirect power. Put a woman that looks trashy with a fucking war paint and fucking sexually aggressive clothes and fucking pink hair and feminist toxic crap and all of that in a situation. No man is going to help her because we can sniff the craziness on her. We can sniff the wrong application of power on her. We know that she is a basket case of insanity. Helping her is actually going to actually soil ourselves with her mess. So she's on her own. That's why something might happen to that woman and it's like, oh, is nobody going to help me? No, because you're already projecting that you're projecting direct power, which is an illusion, and you can never win in the realm of direct power. So use your power to defend yourself in that situation then. And there is none. But if you are indirect and you are actually being truly feminine, you don't need to fight any of your battles. If a woman is in her true feminine, when she says help, 100 men will go straight to her aid. It's almost like an unspoken thing. You just know, because men have a thing inside of us. You women don't know this. Let me tell you this, if anyone's never told you. There is an unspoken thing we have inside of us, right? Which it's almost like it's written in our code from God. Yeah, that we have the urge to want to protect you. Even if you're a bitch. We have an unwritten thing inside of us. We actively have to turn it off if we realize that you are too masculine. You're projecting too much of that ego stuff. We'll turn it off. Like I mentioned, like the crazed chihuahua. I swear, you turn the volume down. But nobody wants to see a beautiful rose get trampled or even get like bruised in any way. It's a fact. So you have entire armies at your disposal. Entire armies. When I say armies, I'm talking literal armies. A woman in her true femininity, nothing can actually harm her. If anything harms her, that person is dead, basically. I'm telling you the facts, bro. I'm telling you the facts. A true woman in her feminine, radiating feminine energy, let someone even bump her on the street, that person might even get slapped straight away from some guy. Random, from across the street. Like, bro, what are you doing that for? Boom, it's on. Yeah. He wouldn't even know why he did it. Because it taps into something primal within us. And there's there's no expectation of nothing. It's just his duty, his duty as a man. So your ego's got you applying your power the wrong way. And it's costing you shit. It's tricking you out of your spot. 1 second, Jay, 1 second. Yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, the ego has tricked you out of your spot, man. And, because you're operating from ego and fear and societal conditioning, you just externalize these as insecurities in various ways, man. And these behaviors always become like physical modifications, and they're like your armor, disguises and tools of manipulation, If you think about it, yeah, I'm going to just mention some of them so you're clear about it, and then I'm really going to talk about how to harness your power, yeah? So in a physical sense, we've got your makeup, which is your war paint or your disguises, your false nails, the fake hair, plastic surgery, fillers, excessive tattoos, unnatural body modifications. It's disgusting, man. All that stuff needs to go. Behavioral like manifestations, which is like your emotional kind of camouflage, if you like, or emotional disguises. Over sexualization, as I said. You're using sexuality as a power rather than embracing intimacy with meaning. It's disgusting. Yeah, it has to stop. Lying and manipulation, it has to stop. The victim mentality, excessive crying and emotional outbursts like children, it's dumb. Attention seeking online, the thirst traps, oversharing, fake empowerment. Like, it baffles me every time I see these videos when a woman sets up a camera and then starts to cry. Like, you've got to be a special brand of stupid to do that, You've got to be a special type of stupid to do that. And if you think about it in terms of processes, right? Logically, let's say, so something's bothering you. So you take your phone, set the camera, place it there, and then you start. Because you don't start the video crying. Yeah? So you sit, and then you've gone through all of that, then you start telling the story, then you start crying. What? If you were really affected by it, you wouldn't go through all of that. It's fake. Stupid behavior. Then there's the psychological and social constructs, the ego games that are played as well, which is like chasing status, right? Basically hypergamy taken to extremes, right? You're looking for a provider to replace your self-worth. Yeah, it's disgusting. Men can smell it and they know it, and the fucking bottom barrel men, they will just toss you from, listen, you're basically a masturbation tool for them. I'm just keeping it 10,000%. He'll tell you whatever you need to hear, but you're just a masturbation tool for him. Don't kid yourself, okay? Then there's the materialism and your consumerism. You're buying validation instead of like developing true substance. Some of you don't even have the money and you're buying all this shit. Like, come on. And then there's the really important one, which is the rejection of motherhood. You're seeing femininity as a weakness instead of a power. I hear women say, oh, no, I don't want to have kids. Like, you sound dumb. No, you do. You do. Argue with your mum, but you sound dumb, okay? You really do. Because it's like, it's not a weakness. It's part and parcel of you. It's like a man that is saying that he wants to be feminine by expression. It's the same. I don't want to be a man. I want to be a woman. Like, if a man said that, how does that come across? It's dumb, isn't it? Then there's the fear of submission. Oh gosh. Where you associate softness with oppression rather than strength. Like, what the fuck? It's stupid. Your egos have tricked you out of your fucking birthright, I'm telling you. Then there's the destructive sisterhood, the toxic feminism. Encouraging bad habits instead of true growth, yeah. Yeah, do this, yeah, do that. Talk to 10 men, have a roster. Yeah, fucking do this, do the stuff that they do, men do, have a da-da-da-da. Girls can be players too. What? Your grandmothers and your great-grandmothers and your ancestors are vomiting, bro. Anyway, so how can women express their true strength? Your true strength lies in alignment with your feminine energy. I've said that, yeah? It's indirect. Your power is indirect, yeah? Just like energy, we are direct, you are indirect, the children are neutral, yeah? You can't mess up the rotation. There is no way you are going to win in the field of direct energy. Let me say that one more time for the numpties that didn't hear me. There is no way you are going to win in the field of direct energy expression. Ever. In the same way, there is no way men are going to win in the indirect energy expression arena. We can try, but we're not going to win. Okay. Recognize that your true feminine power does not come from competing with men. Okay? Recognize that true feminine power does not come from seeking external validation or manipulating outcomes. Only stupid people do that. True feminine power emerges from authenticity, wisdom, balance, and creation. These are your powers. When you embody your divine feminine essence, yeah, you move with effortless grace and you command respect and admiration naturally. Just like I said, a woman in a true feminine essence, when she's walking down the street, right, all the men naturally just become her fucking security guards, her bodyguards, her fucking special forces, her fucking drivers, her fucking helpers, everything. She doesn't have to do anything. She's literally floating through the scene. A man will come and say, oh, excuse me, there's a thing there, you want to be careful. A man will offer her umbrella. So it might rain later on, here you go. No expectation. The stupid feminists and the stupid dummy women, they don't get it, but I'm talking to real women here. That's where your power comes from. Effortless grace. Effortless. It's like a gazelle, just in the fucking, just naturally. But when you're wearing your fucking spandex clothes, right, and you think that you're doing something, we look at you, to the awakened men, you look like trash. I'm telling you. To the awakened men, you look like trash. Hypersexualized, trash. You're cheap. You're accessible to everybody, trash. Because what is accessible to everybody? Trash. You got your war paint on, your claws on, like some witch. Trash. because we don't even know who's underneath that mask. No, trash. Overtly masculine, overtly domineering, trash. Why is nobody helping me? Because you are telling the whole world by your disguise and your projection that you can do direct energy expression. You can protect yourself. So protect yourself. Think of it this way. Let's go to the Serengeti, right? Imagine a lioness, right? That somehow gets a mane and puts it on, right? And goes around like, I'm a male lion. What do you think is going to happen to her? No. Just point it out there. Because maybe some of you don't get it. Just point it out there. The ego has tricked you that the graceful lioness should go and put on a fucking lion's mane, a male lion's fucking mane, put it on and walk like a male lion, act like one, right? Because that's what the ego's tricked them. It's a mental illness, actually, that's how you exert your power. In that domain, you never win. Ever. You will never be protected. The males will see you as, okay, you want to be equals. Okay, we'll treat you as equals. It's never going to end well for you. So here's what you need to do, Jedis. The first thing you need to do is what I call the Queen's composure. You need to master emotional intelligence. You respond. You don't react. We leave the reaction to the neutrals, the children. They don't know any better. You think before you speak. Yeah? Some of this stuff I'm telling you, your mother should have told you, but most of your mothers are actually respectful. It's true, because true mothers would have taught their kids this. You respond, you don't react, because your emotional control is a superpower. A woman who is calm, collected and measured commands far more respect than one who is impulsive. You think your drama is cool? It's trash to men. You look stupid and infantile. 2. Use your intuition as a guide. You are deeply connected to intuition. I told you, you are connected in that realm more than us men ever can be. Indirectly, that's your power. Trust your inner wisdom because it allows you to make better decisions and form stronger relationships. This is a fact. 3. Learn to embody grace under pressure. Because under pressure, that queen that's walking down the street effortlessly, she's not going to suddenly turn into a whore. She will still lock in and still be graceful. Because that's what she is. A woman who remains poised even in chaos is powerful beyond measure, bro. She commands respect on a level that you can't even fathom, bro. It's unfathomable. And when men see that, it actually makes us weak in the knees, because most men, hold on 1 second. Hold on. My apologies, I had to do something quickly. Yeah, so you need to embody grace under pressure, because situations will come. Life throws things, yeah? So the direct energy, the male, is trying to steady the ship, yeah? In that moment, his attention is on steadying the ship, yeah? He needs to keep it steady. But you're not poised, yeah? And you, there's chaos. Instead of actually trying to be poised, you are adding to the chaos. You want to jump ship, you want to do this, you want him to do this, whilst even though he's trying to steady the ship through rocky waters, taking his energy and focus away from actually steadying the ship, it's going to cost both of you, yeah? Because you're only thinking about yourself in that situation. It's selfish, it's childish, right? Now, when a woman actually demonstrates poise in those moments, men, in the man's eye, she's elevated to a status that can't even be described, because it's like, wow, because he sees that as that's a true definition of help. If you don't listen to me, go and ask your brothers and your husbands and your boyfriends, whatever. They will tell you. It's true. Yeah? What number are we on? I think we are on number 4. Okay, 5. You need to learn how to cultivate your soft power. Yeah? Magnetism versus force. Yeah, we're energy. We need to learn these terminologies and apply them to ourselves, right? So you need to embrace your vulnerability as a strength. I told you this in the beginning of the video. True power is not in being hard, but it's in knowing when to soften. Because vulnerability allows deeper connections and deeper trust. I'm telling you, if you knew your power, oh God. You think just because you see direct energy as direct and you think it's more powerful than you, God is not stupid, yeah? God is not some fucking terrorist, yeah? He's not dumb. He's not going to go and blow himself up, yeah, to make a point when he's not even here. God's not stupid, okay? God has brains. God is sensible. God is supreme intelligence. Direct energy has a counterpart, which is indirect energy. That means that they are counterparts. It's a balance, yeah? So even the idea that you think one is more powerful than you is an ego tricking you. You're listening to the serpent. Me, I'm just, I don't give a fuck. Listen if you want, don't listen if I don't care. What's the next point? What number are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, was it 5? 5 or 6? I don't know. You also need to learn to lead with nurturing energy, yeah? You need to really learn to nurture, lead with your nurturing energy. Tap into that. Go into yourself and learn that nurturing thing that's inside of you. Yeah, I referred to in the first video. It's like when a man is injured or he's gone to hospital or whatever, and a female nurse walks in the room, there's a comforting energy that you exude, which calms everything down. Yeah, his arm could be hanging off, but he's looking at you because he knows that you are a nurturer, you're comforter. That energy, go and find it wherever it is that you've locked in yourself. Go and unlock it, yeah, and lead with it, because it's part and parcel of your energy. In the same way that when you are in a tricky situation, yeah, it's late, it's dark, and you're scared of the fucking boogeyman and shit like that, and you see a male that you know is gonna help you, or it gives you that confidence, yeah. You're in the house and you're scared, and then suddenly your brother comes home or your husband or whatever, and you're like, that protective energy, you see? That protective energy, you see how that made you feel? Your nurturing energy it gives us the same thing in a different situation. Okay? Balance. Yeah? So whether in your relationships, business, or personal life, you need to learn how to uplift and nurture. It creates an impact. It lasts forever. Just like how when you're in the house and you're scared and your brother came and then it calmed everything down and you just suddenly felt at peace. Your nurturing energy also helps the masculine and the neutrals, the children, be at peace. Okay? Next point, you need to learn to harness your feminine magnetism, yeah? Instead of chasing, attract. Any woman that posts thirst traps is a fucking idiot, because you think the men are chasing you, but really you are chasing them. Let me say that one more time for those that didn't get it. If you post thirst traps, yeah, and you think that men want you, you are chasing them, even though you think they are chasing you. Okay. Instead of chasing, learn to attract. The most powerful women do not demand attention, in fact. Yeah, they just command it effortlessly, just through their presence and energy. Levels. But you go and post a thirst trap and you think that that's somehow like, oh, you got 100 likes and guys sliding your DM in here and there. That's whorish behavior. You're a whore, bro. I call it what it is, yeah? I don't fuck around, because I want you to level up. So I have to confront your ego, yeah? It's whorish behavior. You're being a whore. Because what you've done is you've thrown a stone, yeah, which is yourself, into the men's camp by posting a thirst trap, and you run back to where you are, hid your hand, and then now they've come, you're like, oh, look, all the chasing. They're not chasing you, bro, because if you didn't post that, I swear to you, they wouldn't have come. And they came for one particular reason, because they know you're cheap. Don't kid yourself. Next, you need to learn to live in harmony with the masculine and stop warring with the masculine. If you're a feminine and you are warring with the masculine, you're an imbecile, okay? You need to honor the polarity in relationships, because feminine energy thrives when it complements, not competes with masculine energy. Yeah? Some of you have seen your moms, like, you know, emasculating your dads and shit like that. You think that's the way it goes. Your moms are dumb. Don't follow them. Create your own legacy. A feminine woman who respects strong, protective, and providing masculine energy invites deep devotion from men. See the things I've mentioned, some of these traits I've mentioned, you embody even 60% of them. The devotion you get from your guy will be 1,000-fold. I'm telling you the facts. I'm telling you the facts. 1 second. Yeah, it invites deep devotion. The next thing you also need to understand is you need to understand true submission, because submission does not mean weakness, actually. It's a conscious choice to trust a worthy man's leadership, realizing that you need the direct energy to lead the indirect energy and the neutral energy, because that's just the flow of life here. Period. If you think it's not, turn off the channel and fuck off, bro. Like, what do you think you know more than the supreme intelligence that made all life? Like, you're just stupid. Fuck off. Get over here. Yeah? Because submission creates a relationship of balance and peace, because that's what we both thrive on. Because when you submit to a man, like, who's the audience besides the man? Oh, you isn't gonna appreciate it. Well, that's your poor choices, because you've chosen poorly. That's your choice. It's not his fault for not appreciating your submission, because you chose somebody that doesn't appreciate true submission. That's a poor choice on you. Reflects on you, not him. Learn to take accountability, bro. Now, you need to encourage masculine purpose and not challenge it, because a woman's role is to inspire, not to control. Men's role is to control. Your role is to inspire. Okay? When a man feels supported on his mission, he will naturally provide and protect. It's just the way it goes. Yeah? Naturally. He will lay his life down tenfold. Now, let's come to the section on beauty, because that's what you're all obsessed about. Fucking hell. Look, I speak to you from a place of genuine love and kindness, man. I know how I deliver is harsh, but I have to cut your ego. I have to. I can't mollycoddle you. I can't babysit you. Yeah? We don't have time. I can't babysit you. I have to really go at your ego head on. Smash it to pieces. It's not comfortable, because some of these things most of you are guilty of in one way or another. Yeah? One way or another, you've fallen, and it's fine. But the fact is, recognizing it and making the changes is what's required. It's not about defending stupidity. Yeah? Because the ego tricked you. It's not your fault. Yeah? Let's talk about beauty now then. So, the first thing you need to realize is grace will always win over artificial perfection. Let me say that one more time. Grace will always win over artificial perfection, because instead of excessive makeup and body modifications, right, a woman who prioritizes natural beauty radiates self-confidence. Self-confidence is like ultra attractive. Look at all these animals in the wild, the alpha male, whatever, like alpha lion, alpha gorillas, alpha whatever. They choose their feminine counterparts, right? Based on natural beauty, just the natural kind of like self-confidence that they have. It's not because they're wearing war paint and claws and hypersexualized clothes and tattoos and feminism stupidness or any of that stupid shit. The authentic nature is what is attractive. The natural self-confidence. You also need to have elegance in your dress and your movement. Some of you are actually so boisterous and so butch in the way you move, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you handle yourselves. It's embarrassing. Like I said, you can't win in the realm of direct energy because you're not direct. It looks like a caricature almost. It looks almost like a fucking, like a parody of men. Yeah? So you need to be elegant. Elegance is learned. You have to learn it. Learn how to move. You need to learn manners. You know, how to comport yourself, how to speak, how to move. You have to learn it so you can pass it on to your daughters. This is a legacy thing we're building here, bro. So you need to dress in a way that enhances femininity rather than catering to trends of male validation. Let me qualify that. You need to dress in a way that enhances your femininity rather than catering to trends or weak male validation. Because it exudes natural power. Yeah? You look at some of these, like, you know, how people in like high office, how they dress. Very demure, but it commands the maximum respect. That's how you need to move. You also need to prioritize your health and vitality over vanity. Yeah? A healthy and vibrant woman is the most attractive and powerful in any room. Yeah? Fillers, BBLs, fucking butchering your skin, fucking tattooing your eyebrows, and all this stuff you're doing. You're damaging your health. Okay? And health is something that you release pheromones, yeah? You release a signature when you're unhealthy, yeah? Regardless of your makeup, it's almost like a biological marker. It can be smelled on you. Like, we know that you are unhealthy just because of the way you present. Chaos energy makes you unhealthy. Drama makes you unhealthy. Yeah? Being a chaotic person makes you unhealthy. All these things release pheromones. Yeah? Okay. Now let's talk about feminine leadership. Wisdom over ego. You need to learn to inspire rather than dictate. Yeah? There is no word for a female dictator. We don't say dictatress. That means that role to dictate or to control, to command, is a masculine direct energy thing. Yeah? You can kid yourself all you want. Nobody gives a shit. Because the best feminine leaders, they don't force anything. They guide and influence naturally. I'm telling you, a female leader doesn't even need to command the army. They know what to do. They know. Because it's just they just know. There's no go and do no. There's expectations and things, and it's soft power. But unless somebody try and climb over that fucking city's walls, there'll be blood. Real blood. Also, learn to use discernment and not manipulation. Because power does not come from deception. Yeah, all that crybaby stuff. You know, I saw this thing recently, Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively. You know, justice for Justin Baldoni, man. Like, it's typical, isn't it? You know, clearly something's gone down, and then she's probably been caught with her pants down somehow. Maybe her husband caught her in the situation, so she has to pretend and then make a big fuss about it, or maybe the guy rejected him. We will never know. But trying to manipulate a situation, yeah, never ends well. You think you're going to win, but the truth will always win. Because power does not come from deception, bro. It comes from wisdom and insight. Yeah? If the guy rejected you, just take it on the chin. If you're wrong, take it on the chin. But if you're elegant and you're graceful and you're authentically female and you're in your power, you wouldn't even move that way. You wouldn't chase, would you? You would attract. Exactly. I hope you're making notes. Anyway, use your feminine energy to manifest reality through divine creation. Create life. It's one of your purposes here. You're a portal. Use it. Yeah? If you want to believe the ego and believe the screen and not do it, hey, that's your shout. Nobody gives a fuck. I'm speaking to the real Jedis. Create life. Create ideas and beauty. Whether it's through motherhood, whether it's through art or your business, you hold the power to birth new realities. You are a portal, so it's easier for you to birth the realities. Okay? Alright, cool. Honor cycles and intuition. Yeah? The moon, emotions, and the body's natural rhythms are powerful tools for creation when understood and respected. Yeah, I speak about cycles. You are actually a physical embodiment of a cycle in real life. You are actually a cycle in real life. Yeah, you are in lockstep with the moon. Learn to use these cycles to harness power, because it is power. Or you can take poisons and try and disrupt all these things. That's your call. I don't care. Lastly, practice gratitude and trust, okay? Feminine energy flourishes best when it's operating from abundance rather than fear. Okay? And also realize that powerful women are not those who abandon their femininity to be like men. Those are weak women. They are parodies of men, actually. The lioness wearing the lion mane. It's a joke, isn't it? They are those who master the art of being fully, unapologetically feminine, using their presence, wisdom, and grace to shape the world around them. The queen rises when your ego dies.